a good Wednesday to you. How about those Mariners? That used to be a joke in the past, but not anymore. The Mariners clinched a playoff berth with a come-from-behind 4-3 win over Colorado last night. Rocky starter McCade Brown dominated for 5 innings with 10 strikeouts. Only mistake, a home run given to Dom Canzone. Things looked bleak until Seattle loaded the bases in the 8th for Josh Naylor.
3-2. Ground ball toward the middle of the diamond, and Caros, can he beat the throw? He did, and the Rockies get a run.
Wow, this ball torched, gone, tied game. Dom Canzone.
Goldie, he has been mashing the baseball. I just got done talking about him hitting with 2 strikes, how much better his at-bats have been and some of the damage he's done deeper in the count. The home run's number 7 in 2-strike counts. And what a big one it was tying this game up.
And a base hit to right. 1 run is scored. Here comes Krim toward the plate. The throw is not in time.
He will face Josh Naylor. The Mariners have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Down by 2, bottom of the 8th inning. Rockies lead it 3-1. Tying run in at second.
To the gap, left center field, it touches down, base hit, Raley scores, JP's waving home, Julio to the plate, Josh Naylor! What a knock, what a moment, the Mariners have cashed it in the 8th inning! Naylor has put the Mariners in front, a bases clearing, go-ahead double with 2 outs in the 8th inning. One pitch away. Ball game! You can't forget about next year. The Mariners are going to the playoffs.
35,925 fans at T-Mobile Park helped celebrate the win with the entire Mariner organization.
Mariners 1 out away from getting to the postseason. It has come down to this. This crowd is getting ready to erupt. 2 outs for Colorado here in the top of the 9th inning. Mariners 1 out away from their 88th win of the year that will put them in the postseason. Munoz, the 0-2 on the way to Caros. Here she comes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The Mariners will play in October. Cal Raleigh with the underhand toss to Naylor. The Mariners are going to the postseason. And the fans are going crazy here at T-Mobile Park. The Mariners will play games in October. They make it to the postseason with a come-from-behind 4-3 win over the Rockies here at T-Mobile Park.
You're never out of any game. There's crazy momentum shifts, and as long as you bring the energy every day, anything can happen. It's a special moment of the year, and we look forward to being there.
All season long, you guys are working the nails off, everybody in here. We talked about it in spring training. It's a journey up the mountain. We're now one of those teams that earns the privilege to finish the course all the way to the top, boys. And it starts tomorrow. Let's go!
Hey, this is very special. You know, I'm so proud of I'm so proud of this team. You know, I think they make a really good job to bring us here. You know, we got a new, we make this team better. And all the glory is to God. You know, I'm so happy to be part of this group. Like I say, this group is going to be special. This year is going to be special for everybody here in Seattle. So we got to keep going. We got to keep playing like we've been playing late and go for the championship.
To see this group, get over that mountain as far as getting into the postseason is nice. And it's very satisfying. But at the same time, we're still hungry for more. And we know that, we got a good group here that we want to keep going and get to the World Series and win it. This is the conversations, I had with Jerry and Justin and John and, talking with them. And, I'm obviously, seeing good things here. I've seen bad things. But, the plan's been, executed this year. And, it's been a great group. I love these guys, love this organization, love the city. And, like I said, it's very satisfying after those last 2 years to get back to here. And, good things happen, when you play good ball, and, this is what this group has done. I'm going to enjoy tonight to the most of my ability. We still got work to do, but, you never know when you're going to get this opportunity again. So it's fun, and we plan on doing this a long time. And, baseball is such a long season. You know, when you get that opportunity, you got to take advantage of it.
Next notch on the Mariner belt can be the American League West Championship, which could happen with a win tonight over Colorado or another loss by Houston to the Athletics. Tonight's game gets going at 6:40. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Well, speaking of the Astros, the A's knocked off Houston 5-1 last night as the Astros dropped to 4 games behind Seattle in the AL West. Texas dropped to 6 games back in the wild card race with a 4-1 loss to the Twins. Kansas City stayed alive with an 8-4 win over the Angels. The Wenatchee girls soccer team remained undefeated with a close win over Moses Lake last night. The game was tied at 2-2 at the end of regulation and went to a shootout where the Panthers prevailed 3-2. Logan Gross-Didier and Cameron Garcia scored during regulation for Wenatchee. Eastmont's game against Davis was postponed due to the smoke and will be played in Yakima tomorrow. Other action last night: Ephrata topped Ellensburg 2-1. Quincy shut out Grandview 2-0. Kashmir edged Natchez Valley 2-1. Pateras down Chelan 2-1. Okanagan blasted Oroville 8-0. Brewster beat Liberty Bell 4-0. And Bridgeport topped Tonasket 5-4. Turning to the volleyball courts inside, Wenatchee swept Moses Lake in Big 9 play last night. Davis swept Eastmont in 3 sets. Othello down Quincy 3-zip. Manson swept Ephrata. Kashmir took down Natchez Valley. Chelan blanked Cascade. Omak beat Bridgeport. Liberty Bell got by Brewster 3-1. Moses Lake Christian swept Pateras. Ediat down Oroville in 3 sets. Well, the 8th-ranked Moses Lake Mavericks come to Wenatchee Friday to face the Panthers in Big 9 football. Well, we hope that happens. This smoke, we'll have to see about that. There is a plan B underway that might move the game to Moses Lake, so we'll see. The Mavericks off to a 3-0 start and have outscored their opponents by an average score of 51-11 so far this season. Wenatchee's 2-1 heading into the clash, hopefully at Lee Bopto Field of the Apple Bowl. Grant Olson, Paul Collard will have your pregame starting at 6:30. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. And how about those Mariners? Have a happy Wednesday.